Bearcats fans, what is going on? This is Neil Meyer of the Front Office News here with
JT Smith.
And we are recapping the Bearcats' 38-30 victory over number 14th ranked Iowa State here at Nippert Stadium. JT, I'll start by asking you, what were your thoughts on the environment this afternoon?
Environment was amazing. I thought it was dope. Just the fans were locked in from the beginning. Student section stayed the whole time. The WWE touch from the Big 12 with Angelo Hawkins. It's Hawkins, right? Dawkins, my bad. Angelo Dawkins, one half of the Street Profits. I know the name of the team, of this tag team. It was amazing. His energy. They had OG Stank here. What was my guy with
Harrison Butler was also in the building.
So they had a few people that just bring a little bit of extra. Jeff Ruby here. Old players. You had Eric Phillips, D'Artagnan Tinsley, John Williams,
Luke Kandra was also.
Dylan
O'Quinn was back for the first time since 2022.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm shorting a few people, so sorry about that. But just the environment from before tip off, you just knew this game had the potential to be a very good game for the Bearcats because the energy was felt in Nippert Stadium.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's start from the beginning. I know from the moment this game kind of kicked off, you could see the crowd was getting into it. First off, the fans understood the damn assignment with their stripe out because, man, Nippert Stadium looked great today with that stripe out. You never really see those things go as planned, but they understood the assignment this afternoon here, which is cool to see. But offense came out clicking, go up 34-7 at one, or 31-7 at one point.
Yeah.
Looked like this thing could get kind of blown open, but when you have a good team like Iowa State here, they fought back to the very end. And when Cincinnati had their back against the wall, Brendan Sorsby connected with Caleb Goody for an 82-yard touchdown there late in the fourth quarter. And for Cincinnati, they're not getting talked about as much. You see all the points get put up on the board, but a huge reason for their success right now is the play of their offensive line, and it's looking like they might get their third offensive line of the week within the Big 12 following their performance today. So overall, a big performance from Cincinnati. Brendan Sorsby finished the day just 13 for 25, 214 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then he also had a rushing touchdown as well. But for Cincinnati, I don't know what Coach Nico Palizzetti fed these boys for breakfast this morning, but this was a tough, physical, gritty matchup. And that's what Big 12 football is all about.
No, for sure. They were real physical. From the opening snap, I felt like Tawee Walker, he had a run, I think that might have got like 5 yards. The next play, he gets one that's like 10 or 11 yards where he breaks mass tackles, and then later in that half, or later, I know it's the first half, he truck sticked a young man. It was like the Undertaker came and got him for my WWE
he legitimately,
fans.
Tawee picked up the first down, but so did that defender. Like, Tawee bounced him about 6-7 yards, at that 6-7, but long story short, that was a momentum shifter because I don't think I have seen Brendan Sorsby at all this season after Tawee ran that dude over, turn and fire up with that much emotion towards the student section like he did following that play.
For sure. That was a big moment in the game. That's when you kind of knew the Bearcats were here, and they weren't going down lightly. That was, as Beast Mode says, people get tired of people running through their face. And that's what Walker did. He ran through that young man's face. And it was a sight to see. It's all over social media. You can call it offensive targeting if you want. He trucked that young man. So it was good to see the offense clicking, like you said. They had a lot of, Evan Pryor, he had his career high with 111 yards rushing.
2 touchdowns. First time in his career for that as well.
And Walker followed him. He had, it's not a career high, but 89 yards. And then, Sorsby had 64 on top and a touchdown.
I think they had 216 yards on the ground in the first half. And for Cincinnati,
Yeah.
They have really struggled to get the run game going.
Yeah.
And then when things opened up this afternoon in that run game, things opened up for Cincinnati's offense as well. And if you're looking down at the stat sheet right now, Cincinnati was averaging 38 points per game heading into this matchup. They go out here, they put up 38 again.
Yep.
Things are trending in the right direction for Scott Satterfield and his Bearcats.
No, for sure. You take away a couple penalties. Like I'll say, the penalty against McDoom before the half, that was
trash.
Terrible play. That should have been the Bearcats' first interception of the season. But yet, they, Iowa State scores and gets the 2-point conversion. Besides this game being 31-7 and a half, it's 31-15. They come down and score again. So boom, they don't go for 2, which I'm happy because I'm a you know, as a person that covers the Bearcats, you know, they're down 9 when they could have probably made it either 10 or 8. So I'll take that mistake or that gaffe by Iowa State. But, you know, the Bearcats were a couple of plays and penalties away from having more than 474 yards in offense. I mean, you have, you know, 2 plays in a row that were illegal man downfield that were big plays. You know, that's one was maybe like a 40-yard chunk play. The other one maybe about 20 yards. So you take that away. You also have, you know, plays that, you know, Sorsby kind of just missed. He made the right read, maybe a little bit underthrew.
Or even overthrew.
You know, so like you take those plays, those were big chunk plays that were missed. And I mean, besides the fumble, they played a pretty clean game. The penalties in the second half were a little iffy, but most of them were legit. But there was a couple calls they were like, come on, man. You know, Logan Wilson gets a penalty for tackling a guy in a raucous, you know, not
where
arena.
Momentum and inertia still taking in the other way.
Yeah, so it's like, it's rough. You give them 15 yards when he's just making a play. He can't hear the whistle because the crowd is so loud. So it looked like it was still a live play. So that's rough. So stuff like that hurts a lot. So, you know, you're giving this team, a good team, extra plays, and this team held up and still got the dub. You win 38. The 30 doesn't have to be pretty, but hey, you get the dub. You're 2-0 in this conference. You got a top 15 win, and it's possible the Bearcats could be ranked coming on Monday. You know, Monday, or actually tomorrow, Sunday. They could be ranked on Sunday, so we'll see. Did you want to add anything else?
Yeah,
to this?
on the 2 other quick notes, I thought 2 players that really stood out today, both on the defensive side of the ball. Obviously, Dante Corleone's return, we haven't touched on that. That was huge for Cincinnati this afternoon. You could tell how bad the Godfather wanted to be out there over the last few weeks. He gets his opportunity. Looked like he was kind of on a snap count, but according to Dante, he's going home to celebrate. He said he's not going out, so don't hit him up. He's going home to celebrate. But overall, his presence back out there was huge, and it was great to see the big guy flying around making plays, because he came away with some crucial plays there. And the guy who went unsung, not talked about today, I thought he had his best game of the season, Christian Harrison. I mean, he was flying around, making plays left and right, and that's why Cincinnati brought him here. He was arguably one of the top safeties in the portal this past offseason. And Cincinnati got a gem with Christian Harrison there, and I thought he had the best game of his young Bearcat career as well.
No, for sure, you're 100% right. He had a hell of a game. So good highlights on those, Neil. And just make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're over 500, man. Let's get us to 600. Trying to get to 1,000. Make sure you hit the site. My man Neil's got the recap almost done, and then that'll be up shortly. Make sure you hit the Instagram Front Office News. Follow as well. There'll be some nice pictures from the game. And then the YouTube and our website will have the post game of Coach Satterfield, Brendan Sorsby, Evan Pryor, Caleb Goody, Dante Corleone, and Jay Golday. So I think there's 5 guys, or 6 altogether if you count Satterfield. But yeah, make sure you guys check that out. Like, subscribe, tap in with us, man. It was another thing before we go. You know, the basketball team had 2 big-time recruits here today. The women's basketball team had a big-time recruit as well. So like, and then the football team had a lot of recruits today.
77 was the exact number, which is the most they've had for a game under head coach Scott Satterfield in attendance live at Nippert Stadium.
Yeah, so it's a big day. The Bearcats win 2 big games in a row, a rocking Nippert Stadium. Make sure you guys check out the Front Office News. I'm JC Smith.
And I'm Neil Meyer.
And we're signing out.